Hello Twinflames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check-in. We'll do a classic check-in today with our usual questions, maybe with an additional question if you have time for it. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with an oracle deck just as usual, and then we're going to use tarot for the main energy check for divine masculines and divine feminines. I also have my oracle cards for messages from divine masculine to divine feminine. So we're going to pull a few of those at the end. Just remember, this is a general reading, so as always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It could be just a phrase or a section or, a certain bit of it that will really resonate for you. That means that's yours. And if the rest of it doesn't, then that's for somebody else, because this is a collective reading. If you're interested in personal readings and coaching sessions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me via email address. Right, let's get started. Got my Sacred Tarot deck today for the Oracle guidance. Let's start with Divine Feminines and then we'll check out Divine Masculine as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the full moon reading that I did yesterday, and hopefully it gave you some ideas and some guidance on how to best utilize this time, what to manifest, what to release or cleanse, stuff like that. Wow, we've got 3 cards, but I'm ready to take them all, so I'm gonna take a look. Begin now. Take your first step. This is for Divine Feminines. Somebody had to hear that. It could be with regards to working on something, doing some inner work, for yourself. It could be about taking steps in mission, of course. It could also be working through something with your Divine Masculine. Although to me it would still fall into the first category for personal growth and inner work, because it's all very closely connected. Wise leader, you're a beacon for others. Yes, another confirmation for taking steps in mission. And surrendering to the journey, release control. Yeah, so you see it's a very interesting combination of cards, because on the one hand it's about taking action, taking leadership position. So this is like the masculine side, but surrendering and trusting is more feminine energy. So you're asked to have both present and activated, right? So it's not too much of one or the other. They should be in balance. That's nice. I like it. Okay, let's see what we have for Divine Masculines today. I'll probably be doing something for zodiac signs with regards to some predictions for 2022, so watch out for that. For Divine Masculines, we have 2 cards. Distant Thunder, clear the air, and stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Yeah, sometimes you need strength to clear out the air, right? Some conversations and steps in our life are tougher than others. But at this time, Divine Masculines are asked to believe in their power, in their strength, and move forward, being true to themselves, being honest with themselves. We've been getting that kind of theme lately for Divine Masculines. I feel like it's like the major lesson that the collective is going through right now too. In the end of the year, events and all these astrological events that go along, they kind of push masculine collective consciously and subconsciously to kind of tune in to their essence, tune into their guides, their higher power, to understand better, right? Because that's the first step. Understand better who they are, what they are, where their happiness lies, where their place is in this lifetime, right? And then you can take steps forward. I mean, of course, you can also approach it from like experimenting and doing things differently and see what's going to happen. But it's definitely going to take you a lot longer and a lot more energy as well. It's like going to be taking a scenic route pretty much. You can go from point A to point B kind of in a straight line, taking the fastest route, or you can kind of go around and explore and maybe just take a stop somewhere, spend the night, then come back to this route and, you know, get additional experience and notice additional things on the way. Why not? Okay, let's get to the main reading, and I'm back to the Dreamkeeper's Tarot today. Haven't used it for a while, so I thought, why not? Let's start with the feminine energy. What do we have for the feminine energy today? Okay, we have 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. I'm not going to comment yet because I'm going to pull some clarifiers for that, but I definitely have a strong feeling about what this one is for. Okay, please give us the energy for Divine Masculines. What's happening with Divine Masculines right now? The Tower. There we go. And the energy. Five of Swords and Seven of Cups. Sorry, that was the connection. Yeah, the energy of the connection. Five of Swords, Seven of Cups. That's interesting. I can't wait to see what the clarifiers are going to give us. Just clarify 10 of Pentacles for Divine Feminines. I also keep working on my trip to Hawaii. I'm gonna be visiting the Big Island, and like I told you, it's definitely gonna be a spiritual retreat for me, big time. I have everything booked, but I'm also kind of doing some exploration now on what I wanna do, what I wanna see and visit while I'm there. So yeah, that should be fun. I might share some plans with you in advance, I might not. We'll see how I feel about that, but yeah, I definitely will be sharing my impressions with you when I'm already there. I might actually do a separate set of videos on that, so that if you're not interested, you don't have to listen to that, but if you are, then you can click through and get to those. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands. Let's clarify the Tower. Okay, Seven of Wands. Please clarify Five of Swords and Seven of Cups for the connection. Wow, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, but both in the reverse. They kind of jumped and flipped, so that was definitely on purpose. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. And we have Seven of Cups in the main reading too. And bottom of the deck here, Knight of Cups. So we see cups here and there, but which is gonna be like, what step is gonna be the loving choice? That's what I'm getting, the general theme. What's the next step to take that will be out of love, not out of fear? And first of all, love for oneself. That's the question in the air for the twins today. I mean, it always is to some extent, don't you agree? I find that in my journey, I'm always challenged to kind of see for myself and discern which step is going to be the most balanced and the most harmonious in the moment in that specific situation. Trying not to templatize too much, although our psyche is trying to do that for us. But also not trying to fall too much into like emotions and feelings and be a bit more objective. So it's always like this thin line. Okay, so feminines got 10 of Pentacles clarified by 8 of Wands. This is upright, so we're good for now. So looks like divine feminines are definitely, especially with those cards that we've seen, I'm clearly now hearing the message for moving on with mission and getting some downloads on what steps to take and how to turn things around. either to bring in abundance, material kind of feedback if you didn't have it before, or to get it to the next level. Like you've been thinking about, what do I need to do? How do I move forward? Am I doing something wrong? This is a confirmation you are on the right track. Just keep going, take steps. I'm getting for some of you that wise leader card was connecting with a wise leader who can help with those next steps. For some of you just really need to, you already know what to do, you just really need to follow through because you already have the downloads, you know what is the next step or how to reach success. So that's the important manifestation for Divine Feminines, especially as we approach the 12/21 on Tuesday, right? It's like the apogeos of the eclipse season of December. You name it. It's the day, the X day. It's also the winter solstice. Okay, so Divine Masculines have got the Tower clarified by 7 of Wands. So Divine Masculines will be challenged to stand up for themselves during this time, to defend their opinion, their name, their profile, just in general, their personality. That's what I'm hearing. To be able to tell people who challenge them, or even to themselves. For some of them, it's themselves who are challenging whether that's the way to go and how good is this, is it serving me or not. And I know it sounds crazy when it comes to looking at yourself and who you are, but our society is kind of pushing us towards that and towards redefining ourselves instead of discovering ourselves, which is a very different thing. So yeah, it's essentially pushing Divine Masculines, like I was saying at the beginning, we got the card Stepping into Power and Distant Thunder, where you need to clear the air and to remember that you're strong beyond measure. And you see, this card is basically about both of those things. It's about standing up for yourself and it's about strength. Look how strong this figure is, and he's ready to fight if necessary. He's like, yeah, this is my spot. These are my boundaries, my space. But it looks like Divine Masculines are learning that the hard way this time. They've seen that they have to. Like what I'm getting, that a lot of them in different karmic situations, with different people, could be with karmic partners, could be other people around them, that were kind of pushing them from different sides, trying to get something out of them, or to guilt them into doing something, or just trying to, not necessarily having an agenda, right, but just out of their ego and their personality, trying to impose certain things on Divine Masculines, to tell them like, no, you're supposed to do it this way, or that's the right way to go. And basically Divine Masculines have been pushed, to their boiling point, until they're like, no, this is crazy, I can't do it anymore. That sort of idea. So it doesn't feel great, this kind of revelation, but it's necessary. And I was saying it the other day, especially for Divine Masculines, a lot of times that's the way to the awakening, because, well, it's a whole different story. Don't want to get into it, why, but yes, a lot of them are learning the hard way, unfortunately. And for the connection, we have 5 of Swords and 7 of Cups, clarified by 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups in reverse. So what I'm getting here is the twins are seeing how much of an illusion their idea of happiness was, emotional and material. They had this image that they now realize was brought in by some external resource, whether it was parents, mass media, friends, family members, somebody, even them influenced by all of those things, creating, picturing something in their mind, having this fantasy life that they thought will be their happily ever after. But now they see that it's not really what they want. regardless of whether they've reached that point or it's still a distant dream, they realize that they don't want that anymore, that that's not what will make them happy. And I like the Seven of Cups in this deck because it actually has her face, if you can see it here. It's kind of like cut up in pieces. It also has connection with apples, which is interesting, but to me it also means that each of the cups kind of represents a piece of yourself, but by choosing just one, you are denying yourself the rest of it. And this was just like a piece or a couple of pieces of what life the twins could have and how content and fulfilled they could be, right? Because this is about abundance, this is about emotional fulfillment. It doesn't say anything about people or jobs or places, right? It's more about the energy. And if you're choosing the illusionary part of it, it's just gonna be just a piece of you or a piece of that happiness that could be reached. So I don't know if it makes sense, but it's basically twins realizing that there's so much more to them and to life than what they imagined would get them to that line where they would be content, they would be happy, and they would just be enjoying it without, you know, taking much effort or without climbing new mountains. I'm hearing it's interesting. Okay, I think we're gonna stop here. I think it was quite interesting. Let's get some messages from Divine Masculines, Divine Feminines. What would DMs like to tell Divine Feminines, especially now during all these energetic shifts after the full moon and before the winter solstice? Okay. Oh wow. I know how much I need you in my life. I struggle to express my love and feelings, so I keep it to myself. And you are the first person that has shown me what real life love feels like. Exactly, baby. And that's why we have those cards for the connection, where they're considering what happiness means for them, how it feels, and how to reach it, where it lies. And not just with who, but just in general. That's just the beginning. Like, whatever Divine Feminines are making them feel and reconsider, like there's energetic push. It's like the initiator to a lot of, they're considering a lot of other aspects of life, decisions, and viewpoints. Just saying. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll definitely do a special reading dedicated to solstice, either later today or tomorrow. It will be published. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.